The prices matter, the costs matter.
See, this is what this always boils down to, and there's no way we'll ever agree, okay? But at least two of you believe that government, all things being equal, can spend a dollar better than people can.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a heated exchange from a recent budget hearing where Senator John Kennedy questions Dr. Yagan, Dr. Clausing, and Dr. McBride on tax policy. The topic: wealth taxes, unrealized gains, and why the rich are leaving high-tax states. But before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another deep dive into the biggest political and economic debates.
If you were king for a day and you could rewrite America's tax code, tell me the three changes you would make.
All right, let's start with a big question from Senator Kennedy. He asks Dr. Yagan, if you were king for a day and could rewrite America's tax code, what three changes would you make? Dr. Yagan doesn't hesitate. First, he wants to equalize labor and capital tax burdens, meaning billionaires would have to pay a minimum income tax just like everyday workers. Second, he wants to close the Gingrich-Edwards loophole, which lets some high-income earners skirt payroll taxes. And third, he wants to end the abuse of trusts that allow the wealthy to shelter assets from estate taxes. Sounds straightforward, right? But Kennedy isn't done yet. He throws in the big one. Do you support a wealth tax? Kennedy asks whether unrealized gains, meaning increases in asset values that haven't been sold, should be taxed.
Do you think appreciation of assets that are not sold, unrealized gain, should be taxed?
I think you should have to prepay tax on it that will eventually be due at sale, gift, or bequest.
What do you mean prepay the tax?
Sure. So if I have $5 billion of unrealized capital gains, I have $5 billion of taxable income, and I'm currently paying $1.5 billion on that. So that's a 15% overall tax rate.
Dr. Yagan says yes, but with a twist. He argues for a prepayment system where wealthy individuals pay a portion up front and the rest when they sell or transfer the asset. Kennedy isn't having it. He paints a scenario of an American inheriting a piece of real estate that skyrockets in value due to development. Should that person pay taxes on the increase even if they don't sell? Dr. Yagan says no, unless they're extremely wealthy and have the liquidity to do so. Kennedy presses further, frustrated. Why can't economists just answer a yes or no question? And that's when Dr. McBride jumps in. Dr. McBride argues that taxing unrealized gains is a dangerous experiment. He points out that Europe has tried wealth taxes, and they've mostly failed. Countries like France had to repeal them because rich citizens just packed up and left, taking their money with them. Kennedy nods along.
The ultra-wealthy who have liquidity should prepay some tax.
What if they don't have liquidity?
They should not have to pay, and they will owe at sale, bequest, or gift.
So if you have cash, you ought to have to pay, but if you don't have to pay?
To prepay. I have in my testimony, there are examples of how this works so that you can preserve incentives to build a new company, take it public.
Okay. What do you think, Dr. McBride? Do you think we should start taxing unrealized gains? And what do you think that'll do to the economy?
Well, I have several concerns about the approach. The first of which is it's completely untested. It's never been tried in this country. We have more than 100 years of history with the income tax. And
Europe's tried it, haven't they?
No, they've tried wealth taxes.
Yeah.
Their experience with wealth taxes has
How
been
did that turn out?
Bad. It
Why is
resulted
that?
in a lot of taxpayers exiting the country, for one thing, in France, for instance, other countries that have tried it.
So, what do you think this would do to the U.S. economy? Dr. McBride warns it could discourage investment, reduce economic growth, and create massive administrative headaches. The IRS would have to determine asset values every year, even without sales. And that, folks, is where this fiery exchange leaves us. Should unrealized gains be taxed? Are high tax rates pushing the rich out? Let me know in the comments what you think. And don't forget, if you love deep dives like this, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. See you next time.